Yes, once again, welcome you all. Welcome to the Logic Labs Technology, right? So, myself, Sai Guda. I have a couple of experience in the cloud projects and the DevOps as well, and I'm also a trainer from the AWS Restart as well. So, teaching is my passion. So that I'm here for today. So now we going to deal the next free demos. Okay, the next free demos. Even after the free demos, the agenda of the session is we're going to deal with the AWS Amazon Web Service, one of the global leading cloud computing service provider, that too in the solution architect associate level, right? We have the levels in the AWS learning like cloud practitioner, solution architect associate, professional level, developer associate level. So we have the different stages, but the companies, the outside market, solution architect associate is fine. Okay, we're going to deal with the complete AWS in the solution architect associate level. And also that we are also dealing the DevOps, the basics DevOps tools. Okay, the basics DevOps tools like 8 phases of the DevOps. Okay, developer we are the 4 and like operational team we are the 4, like 8 phases of the DevOps. We'll start from plan using the source management tool like Git and GitHub tools, and the Maven project building tool. We use the Maven and the Jenkins for CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment. We'll see those things, and also we'll see the management tools like configuration management tools like Terraform, which is automation tools, Terraform, Ansible. And after we'll see the Docker, containerization tool Docker. And to maintain the containerization tool, we have the Kubernetes as well, K8s. Okay. So they are the services which also included in the syllabus, right? If you want to see the more about this session, if you want to go through the more about the session content and all, here you can see which going to start from today, like demo sessions for the next couple of its program. We designed this program for like 38 hours. Okay, it's all together. If we see from Monday to Friday, all together it goes up to like 40 days. Okay, like 1.5 month altogether, 1.5. Okay, 1 month, 7 days, 1 month, 10 days. It's all together it reach. Okay. So here we every day, okay, it's a regular batch. Every day morning 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. we're going to deal with the topics, right? For the course content, you can scan this QR code. Okay. And if you're interested and if you want to get the updates, more updates, please kindly connect with us in the WhatsApp group. Okay. You just scan this register QR code and get into our WhatsApp channel and get the updates for the upcoming batches. Okay. Not only this AWS DevOps, we have the different technologies as well, where the expert team is dealing with the things. Okay. You can learn many other things, right? So if you have any other queries, you can reach to our Logic Lab Technology query team, support team. Okay. Or else you can do a mail as well. Okay. support@logiclabstech.com. Or else you can call to us on the so-and-so numbers. Right. So once again, good morning to everyone and thank you for being here in the early morning who are from India. Okay. If you are from other states as well. Okay. On-site as well. So from India, good one to once again, and thanks for taking this initiative to be with me for the next 1 hour, right? Definitely, I'm sure you're going to learn the good things from me from the very scratch. Okay, from the very scratch, irrespective of your education background, irrespective of your experience, because as a team, we will swim and sing together, right? As a team, we will swim and sing together so that we will see from the scratch, from the basic level. Even the fifth standard who was there in my class, definitely going to understand the basic things, right? So that is my agenda. Okay, then we'll move into the class. I hope everyone is fine, comfort with the class. Just give a quick answer so that I can feel that you are okay, you are comfortable in the morning, so that we'll move into the class. Just give a quick answer in the chat box or your screen. Right, shall we move? Yep. Thanks for the confirmation. Right. So, how many of you know the SDLC? Is there any like freshers here? Any freshers in this class? Freshers or who are graduation not yet done, who are in third year or final year, who are doing the BTech still? Okay, fine. And I think few of your experienced candidates as well, right? Okay, fine. So, but before going to the picture, let us deal some basic layman examples. Okay, some basic layman examples. Then we'll go into the topic. Okay. So that is the agenda. We'll seeing the both AWS and the DevOps. So in that both way, we're going to deal things comparing to the both way. Okay, we are integrating the things AWS and the DevOps, right? Let me give one example before going to the topic, right? So here, let's say let's say there is one company. Okay, we'll see the two sides of the picture. Okay, we'll try to see the two sides of a picture. Okay, this is a side A, this is a side B. Let's think this is the wall. Okay, this is the one side of the wall, and this is the another side of the wall. Now we are in the side B. Okay, we are on the other side of the wall. Okay, generally, if you want to, okay, if you want to access anything nowadays, like earlier we used to go to the banks for anything. Okay, for any even a small thing, even to deposit the cash. Okay, even to deposit the cash, to withdraw the cash. For even the minor things, we used to approach the banks, nearby banks, physically. But nowadays, what happening? Okay, very rare we are going to the banks. Why? Because with the help of the applications, with the support of the softwares or the applications developed in the market, we are nowhere approaching to the physical banks, right? Physically, we are not even approaching the banks because everything is done in, okay, going to done within a seconds in our mobiles. So what we are doing, let's say we have some other applications. Okay, we have many applications in the market, like Phone Pay. We are using Phone Pay. Okay, or Google Pay, right? Also, we have any other financial. I mean to say these are the related to the economy, like financial transaction applications, right? They are the software applications. We call it as software applications. So how we are using this? How we are using this? From our mobile, right? From our mobile. In the mobile, we have the two things. Okay, one is the operating system. And when we purchase the mobile, we will get the two things, right? We will see for the two things. One is the operating system. In the mobile, what is the operating system we are using? Whether it may be Android or iOS. Okay. They're the two very common operating system which is available in the mobile. And along with that, what we'll see? We'll see the hardware configuration, right? What is the hardware configuration? Do we see? The thing is that whether we'll see the RAM, right? That is the hardware configuration. We'll see what is the RAM capacity of the mobile. Okay. And also we'll see the processing and the hard disk, right? How much storage we have. So that is what we'll see, and we'll purchase the mobile. Now, upon this operating system, we will run the applications, right? We will install the application, we will run the applications. So from where we are getting these applications? From the mobile Play Store, right? From the mobile Play Store or the App Store. Okay, from the mobile Play Store, App Store, what we are doing, we are installing the applications and we are started using the services. Okay, we have started using the services, right? So if you have the laptop, okay, not only the mobile, okay, even from the laptop, you can do the browsing, right? If you have the laptop or desktop or a tablet, so you can do browsing as well, right? Right. So this is only we do. Generally, this is only things we do generally. But what is the other side happening? How these applications are developing? Okay, how these applications got developed and how we can able to use, how it is reaching to us, right? That is the scenario we going to see. Right. So this is a scenario. If we figure it out, how it is happening, how the applications are developing, and why the AWS come into the picture in developing these applications, how it is supporting us, the AWS, and how the DevOps is also helping us to make these applications faster, to develop this application faster, and to reach the people, users in a faster way. How it is happening. So we'll see in the other side of the picture. So now, in order to develop any application or any software, okay, in order to develop any application or the software, okay, let's say this software, let's say the software name is, okay, it is like XYZ. The software name is XYZ, okay, XYZ application. which is related to e-commerce, like your Flipkart or Amazon. Okay. It is related, let's say the software is related to e-commerce application, like the Flipkart or Amazon, etc. Okay. Now I am the owner. Okay. I am the shopkeeper. Okay. I am the CEO of this e-commerce. Right. Now what I need to do in order to make my business, in order to expand my business, okay, in order to expand my business, I want this business, okay, I want the services reach to all over India, across the world. So what is the best way? So I need to develop the software application. So then only I will do advertising and I will tell the people, kindly download my software application, install the application and kindly use my services. So that is my intention. So what I will do, I don't know how to develop the software application, right? I know only how to do the business, how to expand the business. Okay, but I don't know how to develop the software application of my product, of my services. What I will do, I will reach my company, software company. Okay, let's say any top MNC or startup company, I will use the startup company. So now this company, this software company, I will become the client to the software company because I have given the project to them, right? I have given the project to them. What is the project? In order to develop this application, okay, software application in the name of XYZ, which is a e-commerce platform, right? So now this is the project, this is the daily. So now what the software company will do, before starting the project, they will go with the standard operating procedure. Okay, they will go with the standard operating procedure in the form of SDLC. Okay, so what is SDLC? Here you can see. So SDLC stands for System Development Life Cycle or Software Development Life Cycle. It might be system, it might be software. Okay, Software Development Life Cycle, which is a standard operating procedure followed by the companies in order to develop any application or any software, right? So what they will do, okay, what are the steps we have? So these are the common steps. Okay, these are the procedures they will follow in order to develop any software. So this is the software development. Okay, in order to develop any software, so this is the cycle they will follow. Okay, complete life cycle from starting to ending. So this is the cycle they will follow. Now we will see step by step what are the cycle. Okay, I think you people know before purchasing any car. Okay, right. Before purchasing any car, do you think they're going to deliver you directly when you buy the car? When you able to buy the car, do you think they will deliver you within a fraction of minutes or seconds, within a day? It takes time, right? Because you have to do test drive. Okay, you have to do test drive. You have to see the condition of the car. Okay, you have to see the condition of the car. Then only you can able to purchase the car, right? Then only you can able to purchase the car. Okay, here also same way. In order to develop any software application, what are the steps they are following? We will see in the simple momentum examples, right? Let's say, let me take a car example. Okay, let me take one car example. Okay, don't mind if it is not looking good. Right, just to understand you, I'm just trying to give the simple momentum example. Okay, let's say this is a car. Okay, so let's say before manufacturing this car, what they will do, the car manufacturers, what the car manufacturers will do, they'll first take the requirements, right? How the car design. Okay, first they will take the requirements, how to manufacture the car, and they will do the plan, paperwork, right? Just like your own house, if you want to construct a new house, what you will do? First, you will see the requirements, how the house should be, just in your mind. Okay, there is a mental picture. Okay, in your mind. Okay, this should be like, I need the duplex, like this is the conditions, I have the old age parents. So I need the ground floor, there should be one bedroom. So this is a mental mind will come into your mind. Okay, what are the requirements we'll see first initially. So then after that, you'll go to the plan. Okay, before constructing the house, you'll go to the plan, right? You'll go to the architecture. Okay, you will see the house planning. Okay, what is the room size? Okay, what is the roof size? What is the height of the roof? Everything that is the planning. Okay, you will see the planning. Then you will start implementing that. Right? Then you will start implementing that. Right? After implementing, okay, so you will implement that. Okay, after implementing, You will do testing. Even the car after manufacturing, okay, after implementing, after manufacturing, just like as per the plan, okay, what the car will go? The car will go under rigorous testing, functional testing, right? They'll go stress test, they'll go accident test, okay. They'll go all the testing stages. They will perform all the testing stages. Once the testing is okay, as per the plan and as per the requirements, then it will release into the public, into the operational team, right? Then it is released into the market for the operation, right? And what the operation team will do? So once it is released to the market, so this car company will also start maintenance, will also start monitoring, right? They will do maintenance. If any repair will come from the customer, they will also do maintenance in the service centers, and also they will do monitoring also. Okay, they will take the feedback from the customers. Okay, from the customer care center, they will take the feedback from the customers, and they will try to revamp. Okay, they will try to rebuild. They will try to bring new features. Right. So this is in the case of car. Similarly, in the case of any software development, okay, I told you the companies will following. Okay, many companies. Okay, this is the main SOP, standard operating procedure across the global. Okay, the software development life cycle, they are also following the similar pattern. Right. First, what they will do. Now, I told you what is the project. XYZ is the software application. Okay. Now the client. Okay. The client will sit with the MNC company. Okay, the software company who need to who eager to develop the application, okay, for his company, right? So now this client who want to have the software application to the users, to his customers, okay, he will sit with the MNC company, okay, and he will give the required requirements. Okay, this client will say, see, I need this website logo like this, okay, I need this login credentials like this, okay, I need the front end page like this, and the back end page, the visual should be like this. Okay, there should be features like order. Okay, they can track the delivery, payment methodology. Okay, he will give all the requirements to the team. Okay, that is the first stage. Okay, that is the first stage, requirement analysis. So the company, okay, the project manager, the team lead or project lead, what they'll do? Project manager, okay, required project manager, they will sit with the client. They will take the requirement from the client. And as per that, okay, the team, okay, the internal team of the company, what they will do? They will design, okay, they will do planning, right? In the planning, they will mention, they will see the infrastructure also. In the planning, what is the infrastructure that is required to finish the project, and how much time it will take to finish the project, and how much manpower it is required to finish the project. So everything comes under the plan. Okay, and what is the budget estimation? So the plan will say the complete picture, right? The paperwork. So once if it is okay, once it is given approval by the client, okay, the client will see the approval and he will see the budget. Then if it is okay, then they will start implementing. Okay, then they will start implementing. Now tell me who going to implement this project in the companies? Guys, in this stage, who going to implement this software? Who going to start developing the application? What we call them? Anyone? You can use the chat box or you can use the audio. Right? Who going to use this application? Who going to start developing this application? The persons who are developing this application, we call them as developers, right? Software developers. Okay. Now the software developers came into the picture. Who know the high level language, right? Who know the high level language? What are the high level programming language do we have? Currently, we are using the Python. Okay. Most of the software developing applications, we are using the Python or Java. Okay. So who know the software high level programming languages? The company will recruit them. Okay. And the company, okay, the software developers are developing the application as per the system design. Okay, here one thing you should know. Okay, one thing you should know. Now we are in the stage of start stage. Okay, this is the first stage, and the planning is the second stage in the SDLC, right? And implementation is the third stage. So here in the implementation, okay, here in the implementation stage, right? So in the stage, who going to implement? The software developers. We call them as software engineers, software developers who are using the high level, high level programming language, let's say Python or something. So which is a logical language, right? Which is a logical language. Now here few things you should know. Okay, I want to make you understand the few things here. So what are the environment? Okay, whatever the environment that software developers are developing this application, right? His main agenda to develop the software application, right? Main agenda to develop the application using the code. Okay, now in order to develop this application, in order to develop this software, what are the minimum requirement he need? The software developers, they need the infrastructure, right? Definitely they need the infrastructure, minimum common basic things. In order to develop the software, he need the infrastructure. So what are the infrastructure he need in order to develop software? He need the computing capacity. In order to develop any software, there are the 4 pillars in the infrastructure. What are the 4 pillars? One is the computing, in order to process the logical language. Okay, one is the compute, and one is the storage, in order to store the data of the software. We need the storage. Okay, and one is the networking, so that with the networking we can allow who can access the application. Okay, we can allow who can access, or we can deny, right? And compute, storage, networking, and database. Okay, database, we have the relational, non-relational. Okay, in the upcoming lectures, we'll learn about in brief about the databases. So what is the purpose of the databases? It is also processing the information. Okay, it is to process the data. Okay, in order to process the data, we need the databases, right? Because let's say 1 lakh people are approaching this application. Let's say tomorrow 1 lakh people going to approach this application, and 1 lakh people created the account, right? So in order to process the data, so where we should store the data? In the databases, right? So that is what there are the 4 pillars. So now in order to get these 4 pillars of the infrastructure, definitely the management has to set up the computers. Inside the computers, they look for the computing, storage, networking, and databases, right? They have to set up the physical infrastructure. They have to purchase the computer, and they have to set up the environment. They have to create the platform. Okay, they have to create the platform where the developers start developing the application with the high level language. So this environment, we call it as dev environment. Okay, this environment we call it as dev environment or developers environment, because using this environment only, they started developing the application. Not only this hardware configuration, okay, which includes hardware configuration and software configuration also. Okay, let's say today they are using this hardware configuration. Okay, like 16 GB RAM. Okay, 16 GB RAM and 12 core CPU. Okay, and 200 GB hard disk and networking. So not only this hardware configuration, they also need the software configuration. What are the software configuration? Let's say they're working on the Windows. They're developing the application on the Windows. Okay, Windows operating system. And also along with the Windows operating system, they will install the runtimes. Okay, runtime environments in order to develop the application. Let's say if it is Python, they'll install the Python, right? If they want to develop the application in the Python, definitely they need the Python environment in the machine. In order to have a Python environment in the machine, they'll install the Python latest version. Okay, Python, or if they are doing the Java project, they will install the Java. Okay, right? And along with that, they have to install the IDE tools, integrated development environment tools, in order to develop the project. Okay, like Eclipse, Python, okay, Visual Studio Code, right? And also, what are the requirements? Okay, what are the databases? Let's say they are installing the MySQL database. Okay, MySQL 4.5 version, right? So this is what I mean to say. This hardware configuration, software configuration, this is the environment, this is the platform where the developer team, software developers start developing the application. So this is what we call as environment in which the developers are working. It is developer environment, right? Now here, one more thing also you should know. So whatever the software developers, the programming they are doing, right, with the high level programming language, It is called as, okay, source code. It is called as source code. Okay. Source code in the form of programming language, high-level programming language. Okay, let's say Python or Java. Right? We call it as source code. Whatever the developers are writing initially, we call it as source code, which is in the high-level language Python script or JavaScript. But one doubt, whether the computers can understand the source code? One doubt. I have one doubt. So whether the computers can understand the source code directly? Guys? Do the computers can understand the source code directly? What are the writing in the like HTML? Okay, H1, like HTML also, if you write any website, okay, H1 tags or P tags for the paragraphs and BA tags for the breaking and all. So whether the computer can understand these alphabetical orders, alphabetical letters? No, right? Because the machine we have, okay, what are the hardware setup we have and the software setup we have, it can only understand the binary codes, okay, binary digits, zeros and the ones, right? Our computer can understand only the 0 and 1. But how? But the software developers are writing the code using the high level language, which is called as source code. Okay, which is called as source code. But the computer cannot understand this language, right? They can only, the computer, the machine can only, or machines can only understand the zeros and ones. But what is the solution then? We have to compile or we have to interpret. Okay, compile. We have to do compile or interpret. If you do compile, the source code, complete source code will convert into object code or byte code. We call it as object code. Okay, we call it as object code. Or byte code. Right? Which is in the form of zeros and ones. Now the computer can understand. Okay, now the computer can understand this language only in the form of zeros and ones. So complete your source code, we have to do compile. Okay, then only it will convert into object code and byte code where the machine can understand. Now, so do you think now the code is done? Now the computer can understand this. Okay, but still we have to convert into final format where the computer can execute, where the computer can run the and do the processing. Okay, we have to do packaging. Okay, we have to do package. Means we are converting into final format in the form of .jar or .var. Okay, Java archive or web application archive. Okay, like we are converted into final format where the computer can do processing. Computer can run and execute the output. Okay, these are the steps we have to do. So this is where the people can access. This is the final format of the application or any software where the people like you and me can access from our mobile phones. Okay, can access from the mobile phones, right? Where it is located actually, where this application is located in the software development. Okay, in the one of the software developer. Okay, in one of the software developer system, this complete code is located, right? In one of the software developer system, this source code and the object code and the final format is located. But how it is reaching to us? How it is reaching to us? Yes. Now here we're going to see how it is reaching to us. So in order to understand this, how we can access this, there is a concept called two-tier architecture. Okay, two-tier architecture. What is a two-tier architecture? Okay, who are the participants here? One is the server. Okay, one is a server, and the other is a client or the users. Server are the client or the users. Let's say it is the users. Right? Now I told you we are at this position. Okay, now we are in the role of the users. So what we are doing from the mobile phone, let's say we are using the Facebook application, right? We download the Facebook application and we are the users of the Facebook, right? We are the users of this Facebook application. Now what we are doing, we are requesting, right? We are trying to open the Facebook login page. means we are requesting the software. Okay, we are requesting the application. Okay, let's say in this machine. I think in this way. Okay, this is in the America, USA, Mark Zuckerberg, right? He is the CEO of the Facebook. So in his company, in one of the machine, okay, one of the machine, the coding, okay, I told you, right? The source code, the object code, the final format of the Facebook is located in his machine. Okay, but we are requesting the Facebook application, please log in, okay, by giving the account, okay, login credentials, we are requesting the application to open, right? We are sending the request to this machine, right? We are sending the request to this machine. What request? Using my login credentials, please kindly open and allow me to use this application. That is a request, right? Now, what this machine will do, okay, in order to make this application into the public, okay, the machine will install the software, okay. Server is nothing but it is a software. For the Windows, we are using IIS, Internet Information Service System, or Apache Web Server, okay, Tomcat server, or Nginx. So we have the different servers available in the market, right? So what the company will do, okay, first they will set up the infrastructure. Okay, they will set up the big infrastructure. Let's say it is a 1000 GB RAM. Okay, or it's a 1000 GB RAM. Okay, and and 1000 core virtual CPU and 1 TB data. Okay, 1 TB hard disk. Right. This is the hardware configuration of this machine. Why it is very big? Because all over global, there are many users, right? Many users. So now, in order to make this application available to the public, they will install the software. Okay, they will install the server in the machine. Okay, and what is the purpose of the server? What is the purpose of the server? There are the two functions for the server. Two main functions for the server, right? To understand this directly, I will give one example here. Suppose if you go to the hotel, okay, you are needing the food, okay, and you go to the nearest hotel, okay, you just go into the restaurant. So whether you go to the kitchen directly or else in between there is any mediator between you and the hotel, guys, because we don't have the access to the hotel, right? Directly, we don't have access to the hotel kitchen directly. There will be a mediator between you and the hotel kitchen. So what is the mediator we call? Server or waiter, right? What is a boy we call? Waiter boy. Server, we'll call the server, right? Here also what we are doing, we are calling the server. Okay, we are requesting the server. Okay, right? So what the server will do in the hotel? What is the purpose of the server? He will take the order from us, right? He will take the order from us. It means the server is taking the request from us, right? The hotel server, what will do? He will take the order from us. Okay, he will take the order from the customers and he will delivery. Okay, he will supply. He will supply the required services to us, required food to us. He will supply or he is responding to us. Okay, right? Now, server is the main concept in the hotel, server or waiter, because he is taking the request. Okay, the server is taking the order or the request from the public, from the users, from the customers. Okay, he's taking the order or request and also he is responding to them. Right. So before responding, he will take that application, he will take the food into his hand, right? He will take the food in his hand, then only he will try to respond to the customers. Similarly, the server also what will do, it is the location in the machine. In our machine, it is the location, the software is the location where it will take the application. Okay, it will hold the application. It is a place where the application resides. Okay, first thing, what I'm saying, it is holding the application. It is the location where it holds the application or the software. Right. Now, what it is doing, it is also responding. The server is also responding to the request of the users. Right. So that is how now whatever the applications you are using, this is the concept in the background. Okay, we are just users. It might be Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, etc. Anything. Because it is developed by someone, but still it is reaching to you. because of the two-tier architecture. Okay, because the Facebook is located in the US, but still it is reaching to you in the form of with the help of the software of the server. Okay, it will taking the application and it's also responding to you. Okay, responding to the user request. Okay, that is what server client picture. So now the developer work is over. Okay, the software developers, they done the software developing. Okay, in the developer environment. Okay, in the dev environment. Now, once the developer is done. Okay, once the developer is done his duty, his or her duty. What is the next step? Fourth stage, testing. Okay, testing team come into the picture. Right. Here also what the testing team will do, the testing team includes the quality assurance or quality. Okay, in the companies there is a quality assurance team or okay quality testing team who do the manual testing or the automation testing. The testing team will do, they also will set up the same environment. Okay, the environment in which they are working we call as testing environment, test environment. Okay, we call it as test environment. In the test environment also what they will do, they will set up the infrastructure. Right, again they will set up the infrastructure. They need the resources, hardware and the software resources. Okay, and they will start doing the testing. But here, one thing I should tell you. Let's say this is the infrastructure. Okay, this setup is the infrastructure. Right. And one thing I will tell you clearly. See, so the developers start developing the application using the infrastructure, physical infrastructure. Let's say this is a physical machine. But if you see the picture, the box is very big. Comparing to this, the size of the box is very big. Because the testing team will do rigorous testing. Okay, they will do more testing. They will do whether the application going to crash. They will do the ethical hacking. Okay, hacking test. They will do application crashing and they will do the bug fixing, everything. So that's why they need the most infrastructure. Okay, they need comparing to developing team, they need quite bigger infrastructure. Okay, what the companies do here also the companies are investing. What I stressing here, budget. Okay, budget. So what the company will do, your company management, they will invest their money in order to set up this infrastructure for the developer team. Right. So once the development is done with the coding and all, it will go to the testing environment. Okay, it's a dev environment. And now it is a testing environment. Here also what the company will do, again the company, they will invest the budget in order to set up the infrastructure. In order to set up the infrastructure. Now using this infrastructure, the testing team will do testing, rigorous testing, functional testing of the code. Okay, once if it is passed all the checks, okay, once the testing is done, once they clear the certification like quality assurance and all, now it will go to the production or operational team. Right, in the car example I told you, right, in the car example, once if it is testing and all, it will go to the market, right, operational team where the users can purchase. Right, similarly, so it is a production environment where it is reaching to the server. Right, it is a production environment where it is reaching to the server. I told you just now I given one example of the Facebook where the capacity is very big, the hardware configuration. Right, it means they are using quite bigger infrastructure because 1 lakh people are coming and using this application. Quite, we need definitely high amount of RAM, high amount of CPU, high amount of storage, etc. So that's why comparing to testing environment, in the production environment, the company has to invest a lot of money in order to set up the infrastructure. Are you getting my point? So this is the environment. This is the final environment where it is going to deploy in the server. Now, I think it's clear to you, everyone, what is the server. Okay, now it is a stage where the application going into the server and it is a stage where the people can access the application. They can download the installed application. They will start using the application. Right. So what is the main issue here? What is the issue? Right. Now, after the testing, okay, it will go to the deployment in the server and they will start maintenance. So this is the life cycle in order to develop any project. Now, what is the issue? So everything is fine. The companies are ready to invest. Okay, the companies are keep on purchasing the things and they are investing. But what is the issue? There is a big issue here. Now, I think it's clear, right? The environments. So what is the environment? It is a platform which is used to run our applications. So there are different environments. Dev environment, okay, QA or testing environment, okay, production environment. It is a live environment. Okay, where the end users will access the application. Okay, which is running an application like gmail.com, where it is going actually in the production environment, right? Or facebook.com, where it is reaching actually in the production environment of the company project, right? Fine. So now what is the issue? So everything is fine. We understand the background picture. Everything is fine, right? Before starting, I tell you, right? We're going to see the side of the A, the picture of the A. But it's okay, right? Now we understand how the SDLC work, what are the stages in the SDLC, okay, how the project is developing, and how it is reaching to us. Now, what is the issue? Okay, what is the issue? Tell me. Any idea? What is the issue we are facing? I strongly believe, personally, my personal belief, okay, issue or the need, okay, or any necessity is the base for the innovation, right? Base for the innovations. How the innovations are coming into the market, how the innovations are happening, because in the background, there is certain kind of issues, right? There is certain kind of need or necessity to someone. So that's why people taking initiative to come with the innovations. To understand these simple examples, COVID. Okay, we know COVID, right? Everyone faced that situation, right? COVID is the issue. What is the innovations we have? Medicine. Medicine is the innovation, like Remdesivir, COVID, like COVID portal we have. Okay, Covaxin, Covishield. These are all the innovations. Why the innovations had come into the picture? Because of the issue, right? What is the issue? COVID. Similarly, okay, just sorry, okay, in order to understand you best, I just given this example. Right. So same way, what are the companies, the issues facing by the companies? So what are the issue companies are facing? Not only the companies, like even the individual, okay, who want to develop the application, okay, who want to develop the software or any application, okay, at an individual level. It might be individual if you are interested to develop an application, or the companies, let's say big companies, MNC companies, or any startup. Okay, startups, even the governance, for good governance, government, public or private. So what are the issue they are facing? The issue they are facing in the budget. Why? Why they are facing issue in the budget? Because they are investing a lot of amount in the infrastructure. Okay, they are investing a lot of money in the infrastructure setup in order to develop the application, in order to develop the software. Okay, they're investing a lot of money in the infrastructure. Fine, definitely, if any, it is a minimum basic thing in order to start a company, right? But yes, of course, they're investing in the budget, in the infrastructure. The budget is of two types here. Budget is of two types, the companies that are investing. One is a capital expenditure, we call it as CapEx. One is a OpEx, operational expenditure, right? So what is the capital expenditure and operational expenditure? In order to understand this, I'll give one more example here. Okay, just bear with me 2 minutes. Okay, just 1 minute. Let's say this is me. Okay, this is me. And I want to purchase one car. Okay, I want to invest my amount in car. This car cost 10 lakhs. Right? This car cost 10 lakhs. So my initial investment, my capital that I'm investing here, which is called as CapEx, my capital expenditure at the initial time. Right? I have to invest the 10 lakhs in order to purchase this car so that I'll become the owner of this car. Now this product is mine. Now, so this is the only expenditure that I have to face, or else any other expenditure again I have to face along with this 10 lakhs. Guys, once I become the owner of this car, okay, I have to maintain the car. So what is the other expenditure I have to face? Day-to-day fuel. In order to run this car, I have to invest. Along with the 10 lakhs. I have to invest in the day-to-day fuel, and I have to go for the servicing. Right? When time comes, I have to go for the servicing. It is also one more expenditure. And for any repair. Okay. Right. Repair. Because after all, it is a hardware product. Okay. After all, it is a product. Definitely, it has a life service. Right. We have to replace the product. We have to replace the tires. Okay. We have to replace the engine oil time to time. Okay, because there is a lifetime, it is not a lifetime, right? There is some expiry date. So we have to go for repair or replace. It is also my additional expenditure, which is necessary. And also, let's say any natural disaster or any disaster like accident happened. Okay, any natural disaster, let's say earthquake or any floods came, and my car got vanished and it got some bump and damage. Okay, in the form of natural disaster, we don't know, we can't predict that. Let's say unconsciously the accident had happened. It is also again I have to go for the repair. Okay, I have to bear for this also. So what are the expenditure I am facing after the purchasing the call? It is like operational expenditure, OPEX, right? Right. The same way, the companies also, in order to develop the project, they need the infrastructure. Now, because now they become the owner of the infrastructure. So this is the capital expenditure. What are the initial investment on the infrastructure? It is the capital expenditure. Now, after purchasing the hardware, after purchasing the laptops, computers, etc., CPUs, etc., definitely the operational comes into the picture, operational expenditure, because they have to go for the repair, same thing. They have to go for servicing, repair, replacement, and we don't know when the earthquake comes or the floods comes. Okay, current interruptions, they have to go with the cooling system, right? They have to go with the cooling system, they have to go with the security of the infrastructure, everything. Okay, so this is what operational expenditure altogether. Okay, altogether, the concerned team, the concerned members are facing a lot of money wasting. They're wasting a lot of money. Why? Let's say today I have the computer, I have the laptop in front of me, which is 8 GB of RAM. Okay, and 500 GB hard disk, 500 GB hard disk, and 12 virtual core, 12 core CPU. But do you think I'm using the full pledge? Because I invested 1 lakh. Okay, I invested 1 lakh for this machine and I'm start using this machine. But do you think every time I'm using this 8 GB RAM and I'm going to use 500 GB hard disk and 12 core CPU? No, right? Okay, I'm not using full pledged. What are the machine that is providing to me? What is the machine capability? But I'm not using the full pledged. Okay, there is some gaps. Okay, there are certain gaps, right? I'm not using completely 8 GB of RAM and 500 GB of hard disk and 12 core CPU. Okay, it means I'm investing 1 lakh, but I'm not using properly. It is also inefficient way I'm using the systems. Okay, inefficient way I'm using the system. Not only here, even the MNCs, the startups are individual. This issue also we are facing, right? This issue also we are facing. Now, what is the solution here? What is the solution to me here, guys? In order to overcome my capital expenditure and operational expenditure, okay. In order to overcome this budget, what is the issue? What is the solution here? Okay, this is my issue in the budget. An inefficient way of using the resources. Okay, issue here, two issues. One is a budget issue. One is the inefficient way of using the resources. So what is the solution here? What is the solution? Because even if I have the car, I'm not using the car full pledge. I'm not using the top gear. Okay, top speed. Okay, I'm not using every day. Whenever required, then only I'm using. Right. So which is the inefficient way. So what is the solution to me? What is the alternative way? We have the transport like Uber, Ola, government services transport, right? Do you agree? Whether Uber, Ola, where I can rental the car, right? I can rent the car. I'm not at all worry about this capital expenditure and operational expenditure. Just I am paying as I go. Just like pay as you go model. Pay as you go. How much you are using the car, how many kilometers you are using the car, you just pay only for that. And you are not even responsible for anything. You need not to pay for its capital expenditure and you are not worried about its fuel, servicing, etc. Simply you are taking rental. Simply you are taking the rental services. Okay, you are taking the rental services and you are paying how much you are using. In the same way, cloud computing came into the picture to help the startup, to help the software development. Okay, to help this individual MNC startups. Okay, in order to overcome this budget, in order to replace this physical infrastructure, the cloud computing came into the picture as a solution. Okay, cloud computing is a solution now. Cloud computing service providers is a solution. Cloud computing. Service providers is a solution to this issue in order to overcome the infrastructure investing by the companies. on the hardware components, right? On the physical hardware components. So who are the cloud computing service providers from the Amazon? We have the AWS. Amazon Web Service is one of the cloud computing service provider, and which is also global leading. See, we have the Uber and Ola competitors. Uber, Ola, Rapido. These are all the competitors in the market, but people prefer Uber because of the flexibility and the user friendly. Similarly, from the Amazon, we have the AWS. From the Google, we have the GCP. Okay, Google Cloud Platform. Okay, from the Microsoft, we have the Azure Cloud. Okay, Azure, IBM, Oracle, Alibaba. So these are all, etc. Okay, these are all different. Okay, these are all competitors in the market who are providing this cloud computing service product. Matlab what? What is the cloud computing service product? What is AWS or GCP or Azure? How these are doing? What they're doing? Okay, what they're doing? They came with an innovation. Okay, they notified that yes, companies are facing this budget issue. Companies are facing capital expenditure and operational expenditure. Okay, they're investing a lot of amount on the physical hardware to set up the project, right? Then they're facing the issue in the budget and the inefficient way of using the resources. So how we can help them? So they came with the concept called cloud computing service provider. So what they're doing, let's say one of the example like AWS, Amazon Web Service. So what they done across the globe, they chosen the demanded, okay, company demanded places, and they set up the physical infrastructure in the form of data centers, right? In the form of data centers, the Amazon Web Service had invested their amount in the physical setup in the physical infrastructure, like compute. I told you, right? 4 pillars of project: compute, networking, storage, databases. Okay, they develop the data center physically across the globe. In India, we have the Mumbai data center. Mumbai, and in India, recently we have the Hyderabad. Okay, I am from Hyderabad. Basically, I am from Hyderabad. Okay, it is just like near to me only, just like hardly 15 kilometers. We have the Amazon Web Service data center. Okay, if you don't know how it is looks like, let me go into the web page. Okay, let me show how the data centers look like. Right? Let's say AWS data center in Mumbai. Okay, you can see in Mumbai. If you see the images, see, can you see the image? So how the physical infrastructure is located inside the data center? AWS Open Mumbai data center. See, inside the data center, see, there's a physical components. Okay, physical hardware components. It might be your compute CPU or RAM. Okay, it might be your storage, it might be databases. Okay, fine. So this is the location we call it as data centers, right? So now how it is delivering to us? We know Uber and Ola. We know Uber and Ola concept. Okay, physically we can use this access. Okay, if we book the service in the mobile, they will come to us. They will reach to us, right? But here, same way, just like how we are booking the services, how we are booking the cab service from your mobile. Okay, and the cab is reaching to you physically. The service is reaching to you physically. But here, what the cloud company service provider is saying, please book your services. Okay, please kindly book your services, resources. Here we are calling the resources. What are the resources you require? Please kindly book your resources and get it from us through the internet, through virtually. Okay, through internet. Got it? So what is the cloud computing now? What is the cloud computing service provider definition? 4 things. Okay, just remember the 4 things. One is on demand. Okay, if anyone asks what is cloud computing, tell them on demand. What they're doing, cloud computing service providers like AWS, these are on demand delivery of, they're delivering delivery of IT resources, collection of IT resources. What are the IT resources now? What are the IT resources? Infrastructure, like hardware, what are the hardware resources do we have? What are the IT resources? It might be hardware or software configurations, right? It might be software configuration like Windows, Linux, etc., or hardware configuration like CPU, RAM, storage, databases, etc. So they're delivering everything. Okay, they're delivering everything to you whenever you demanded them. They're delivering the IT resources. Okay, through virtually, through the internet. Through the internet. or virtually, right? Virtually means now you like see now we are in the virtual class, right? We are not gathered in the physical class. Okay, we are not gathered in the physical class all together. Okay, now we are in the virtual game. Okay, we are just feeling the class. Okay, just we are feeling the class environment, and we are I am teaching and you are listening. I'm using the board. So that is a virtual environment. In the same way, this cloud computing service provider telling, see companies, okay, see users, if you need any IT resources, anything, we are providing. Whenever you are demanded, we are providing the resources, that too through the internet virtually, so that you can feel our resources. But physically, it is located. Physically, these resources are located. But how it is reaching to us through the internet from our computer, okay, from our laptop. We can feel these resources and we can set up our machine. Okay, now I am using this machine. Okay, in this machine, let's say this is the box. Okay, right. So now here, this is one of the machine. I'm giving. Okay, let's say I'm telling I need 6 core CPU. Okay, I need 6 core CPU capacity and 4 GB RAM and 230 GB hard disk. Along with that, I need software configurations called I need Windows operating system. Immediately, I need Windows operating system. So with this requirement, this data center from one of the data center, I can use this service. So now this is my machine. This is my virtual laptop or virtual machine with this configuration. Right? How I'm using with from my laptop, I'm logging into the AWS console. Okay, I'm logging into the AWS Cloud Computing Service Provider, and I can open this machine and I can fill this machine. Okay, with this resources, with the software configuration and the hardware configuration. With this, what happening? With this, what happening? Let's say I'm using for 2 hours. Let's say I'm running this machine for 2 hours, and after that I'm shutdowning. Only I have to pay for this 2 hours only to this AWS because I'm taking this resources for the rent for 2 hours. Okay, only I have to pay only for the 2 hours. That too, it's a very low cost. They're only charging like $0.001 only. It is even less than that. $0.001 per hour. So it is very less, right? So with this, what happening? I need not to worry about my capital expenditure. I need not to worry about the operational expenditure. Just like Uber and Ola are just paying as much as I'm using. Now is it clear to everyone? What is a cloud computing service providers and what is a AWS? So using this AWS, okay, using this cloud computing service providers, okay, we are overcoming this concept. Okay, we are overcoming lot of issues, right? We are overcoming this lot of issues. So now if you're using the AWS, one of the cloud computing service provider, you can decrease your you can decrease your capital expenditure and the operational expenditure, right? Is it clear to everyone? So the companies that provide the cloud computing services are called cloud providers, right? How we can access these resources through the internet, right? And they are the responsible for the management. Who are responsible for the management of the resources? The cloud computing service providers are the responsible for its maintenance. Sorry, there's a power interruption. Okay, just connected with mobile hotspot. So I hope it's clear to everyone. Yes, fine. So, like, is there any doubts till now? Is the picture is clear to you now? What is the cloud computing? Yes. So, like, is the picture is clear to everyone? Any doubts, guys? Is the session is okay, informative, because now it's time to wrap up, and we'll see tomorrow. Right, we'll see tomorrow. Like, if you have any doubts, I'm ready to take the doubt. Please kindly raise your hand if you have any doubts, or you can give the you can write in the chat box your opinion of this class. Okay. So in the same pace, we're going to learn the entire things. Okay, we're in the same pace. Yeah, Ja. Ja, you are welcome to talk.
Yes, sir. The chat box is, I think, disabled. That is one thing. The second thing I
Okay.
was just asking, you just taught us that Amazon Web Service, 4 GB something and RAM, this one, that one. But having this server also, Amazon Web Service also, we need to use the laptop in that integration only. Suppose if my laptop capacity is lower, so even we cannot use it.
No. For login only, you are using the laptop. Okay. What I mean to say, for login only, you are using the laptop. Means from your laptop, only to try to reach the AWS, you are using the laptop. But after that, the resources and everything is from their side. You need not to worry about the laptop configuration. Got it?
Okay, for
Only
login also, if the capacity is not there, suppose the if memory of the laptop is not there, that much, so again cannot log in. Mean to say, like, it's
okay. I will give one example. You are using the Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Since how long you are using the Facebook in your mobile?
5, 6 years, 10 years.
10 years. So do you think your mobile capability is gone down? No, right? Still you are using for the login
Yes.
only. You are just that is a concept.
Okay.
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 The same way,
Yes.
just for login, just like login only, we are using our system support, and after that they
Okay.
will take care of entire thing.
Okay.
Okay, that is how it is helping to us in the infrastructure setuping. If you know how to code services by AWS, it is easy for the DevOps, because many companies are going to the AWS only. Okay, it is a global leading platform now, AWS. Many companies
Yes.
are moving to the AWS environment, AWS infrastructure. And if you know the DevOps also, using the DevOps and the AWS, you can do very best in the market. Okay, yeah. So any other doubts? Yeah, ja, I think I cleared your doubt. Yeah.
Yes, sir. You have cleared my doubts.
So how is the session, Ja? Your opinion?
Yeah,
Is it okay?
it was good, sir.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
Because
Thank
I am
you.
from the non-engineering background, so certainly I think that it's a good one.
Great. Thank you. So any others? So yeah, please, before we go into wrap up, if you want to log in, if you want to engage in these classes, okay, if you want to go with these classes, please kindly, if you want to see what the content, course content and all, please kindly log in here. Okay, please kindly scan for the course content, or you can register here, or else you can follow the website. Okay, www.logicstech.com. If you want to register in this class, okay, which is the batch number 157 from me, my side Sai. Okay, you can kindly log in here as well. Okay, you can kindly register and engage into the classes, right? Within next 1 month, okay, 1.5 months, we're going to learn in the best way, right? In the same pace. Even the course content that I have prepared in the best way, okay, where you can understand the best way, everything, all the concepts in the visualization way also. Okay, need not to worry, right? So we're going to learn